one day I would wake and it would all be clear. But healing is more like the turning of a season, slow and quiet and already happening here. Not the healing of someone who has finished, not the healing of someone who has arrived, but the healing of someone who has chosen to stop fighting against their own life. I am healing, not because I am fixed or done. I am healing the way a tree grows toward the sun, slowly, quietly, completely, in every layer, all at once. I am healing. There are days when I forget that I am moving, when the weight feels like the only thing that's real. But underneath the surface something shifts, and I remember what it means to heal. Not the healing of someone who has finished, not the healing of someone who has arrived, but the healing of someone who has chosen to stop fighting against their own life. I am healing, not because I am fixed or done. I am healing the way a tree grows toward the sun, slowly, quietly, completely, in every layer, all at once. I am healing. Healing is not a straight line. It does not move the way I planned, but I am in it. I am moving, and I am beginning to understand. I am healing. Always healing. I am healing. I am healing. The body has been trying to tell me something for longer than I've been willing to hear. It speaks in the language of sensation, in the tightness, in the ache, in what appears. I have lived so long above my shoulders, everything with mind. But the body holds a deeper kind of wisdom, the kind that thought was never meant to find. The body knows what the mind is still debating. The body knows what the heart has been creating. Every cell has been recording, every moment, every year. The body knows, the body knows. What I could not cry, I held inside my chest. What I could not say, I carried in my spine. The body kept the story of what happened until I was finally ready to unwind. I have lived so long above my shoulders, making sense of everything with mine. But the body holds a deeper kind of wisdom, the kind that thought was never meant to find. The body knows what the mind is still debating. The body knows what the heart has been creating. Every cell has been recording, every moment, every year. The body knows, the body knows. So I come back down into the breath, into the weight, into the ground. I stop explaining what I feel and let the body lead me to the real. The body knows. Trust what the body knows. The body knows. The body knows. I have spent so long building what protects me that I forgot the tenderness beneath, the softness that was always there before the armor, the heart before it learned to brace and brace and brace. Tender does not mean that you are broken. Tender means the wound is finally known. Tender is the bravest thing to be when everything inside you says stay close. Tender, let yourself be tender. You don't have to be strong right now. softness is what heals somehow. In the places you have hardened, something wants to breathe. Let yourself be tender. I have called my softness weakness for too long. I have treated tenderness as something to outgrow. But the things that moved me were the most alive parts, and I am learning now to let them show. Tender does not mean that you are broken. The wound is finally known. Tender is the bravest thing to be, when everything inside you says stay close. Tender, let yourself be tender. You don't have to be strong. Yourself be tender. The softness is what heals somehow. In the places you have hardened, something wants to breathe. Let yourself be tender. The flower does not apologize for opening. The river does not harden as it flows. Your tenderness is not a flaw to overcome. It is the very way that healing goes. Tender, just be tender. Let yourself be tender. I would not have chosen this, the way this particular pain arrived. I would not have written this chapter for myself, but I would not remove it now that I have survived. Because the wound broke something open that nothing else could reach. It brought me to a depth inside myself I never knew was there to teach. What the wound taught me was not what I expected. What the wound taught me was that I could not be broken. It showed me what I'm made of when there was nothing left to hold. What the wound taught me was that I could be whole. I am not grateful for the hurt itself. I do not call the pain a gift and move along. But something grew inside the very breaking that could only come from having something wrong. Because the wound broke something open that nothing else could reach. It brought me to a depth inside myself I never knew was there to teach. What the wound taught me was not what I expected. What the wound taught me was that I could not be broken. It showed me what I'm made of when there was nothing left to hold. What the wound taught me was that I could be whole. Take back nothing. I would change the how, but not the what. I know the wound was not the end of anything. It was the place where I began to grow. What the wound taught me was that I still here. What the wound taught me was love. You have held so much for so long. You have been the one that others lean upon. But there is something underneath the giving that needs to be received before too long. You were not made to carry this alone. The strength that you have shown is real and true. But even the most rooted tree needs water. And there is something here that wants to hold you. Let yourself be held. You don't have to hold it all. Let yourself be held. There is something here to catch you if you fall. Not as weakness, not as giving up, but as the deepest kind of trust. Let yourself be held. The earth does not apologize for needing rain. The moon does not refuse the pull of tide. There is a wisdom in receiving what is offered. There is a grace in setting down your pride. You were not made to carry this alone. The strength that you have shown is real and true. But even the most rooted tree needs that wants to hold you. Let yourself be held. You don't have to hold it all. Let yourself be held. There is something here to catch you if you fall. Not as a weakness, not as giving up, but as the deepest kind of trust. Let yourself be held. Let the ground hold you. Let the dark hold you. Let the silence hold you. Let love hold you. You were always safe enough to be held. Let yourself be held. You are held. You are held. I thought I had moved past this. I thought this particular grief was done. And then it came back on a Tuesday, uninvited, familiar, and undone. But healing is not a road that only goes one way. It circles and it spirals and returns. And every time you meet the thing again, you meet it with everything you've learned. Healing is not linear. It doesn't move the way you planned. Healing is not linear, but it's moving even when you don't understand. Trust the process, trust the spiral, trust the coming back around. Healing is not linear, but you are healing. The fact that something hurts again does not mean you are back at the start. You are meeting it from higher ground, from a wider, deeper, more open heart. But healing is not a road that only goes one way. It circles and it spirals and returns. And every time you meet the thing again, you meet it with everything you've learned. Healing is not linear. It doesn't move the way you planned. Healing is not linear, but it's moving even when you don't understand. Trust the process, trust the spiral, trust the coming back around. Healing is not linear, but you are healing. Be gentle with yourself on the days it returns. Be kind to the version of you who is tired. You are not back at the beginning. You are deeper in the spiral than before. Healing is not linear. Healing does not happen all at once. It moves through the layers one by one, each one asking for a different kind of attention before it lets the next one come undone. I used to wanna skip to the bottom to find the root and pull it out and be done. But each layer is a doorway, not a detour, and each one has its own light when it's one. Every layer that opens brings you closer to the core. Every layer that softens makes room for something more. You are not going backward, you are going deeper in every layer. Every layer. Show every age it's been through, each one a different color, a different year. And the beauty of the canyon is the layering, the record of everything that brought it here. I used to wanna skip to the bottom, find the root and pull it out and be done. But each layer is a doorway, not a detour, and each one has its own light when it's one. Every layer that opens brings you closer to the core. Every layer that softens makes room for something more. You are not going backward, you are going deeper in every layer. Every layer. Be patient with the layers. Some take longer than others. Some arrive as grief, some as relief. All of them are moving you toward wholeness. Every layer. used to hide the places where I'd been broken, ashamed of every seam that showed the break. But I have started to look at them differently, as the record of everything I was able to take. The scar is not the wound continuing, the scar is what the wound became when it healed. It is the body's way of saying, I was here, I survived, I was real. The scar and the sacred are not two different things. The scar and the sacred are the same wound healing. What I call a flaw becomes a map of every road that brought me to myself. The scar and the sacred are the same. Kintsugi fills the broken places with gold, not to hide them, but to make them known. Every crack becomes a line of light, every break becomes a way back home. The scar is not the wound continuing, the scar is what the wound became when it healed. It is the body's way of saying, I was here, I survived, I was real. The scar and the sacred are not two different things. The scar and the sacred are the same wound healing. What I called a flaw becomes a map of every road that brought me to myself. The scar and the sacred are the same. I stop hiding what I've been through. I stop calling it something to overcome. These marks are not the evidence of failure. They are the proof of everything I've done. The scar and the sacred, the same, always the same. I have given grace to everyone around me, to the ones who hurt me and the ones I've hurt. But there is one person I have been withholding, the one who needed it the most from the start. Grace is not the same as making excuses. Grace does not erase the things that were done wrong. Grace is simply saying you were doing the best you could with what you had all along. I give myself grace for every time I failed and tried again. I give myself grace for all the ways I've been my own worst enemy, for every harsh word turned inside, for every time I could not let it go. I give myself grace. I give myself grace. I have held myself to standards no one meets. I have punished myself for being human, and all that quiet violence I turned inward was the wound that needed healing most of all. Grace is not the same as making excuses. Grace does not erase the things that were done wrong. Grace is simply saying you were doing the best you could with what you had all along. I give myself grace for every time I failed and tried again. I give myself grace for all the ways I've been my own worst enemy, for every harsh word turned inside, for every time I could not let it go. I give myself grace. I give myself grace. I would never speak to someone I love the way I have spoken to myself. So today I choose to be the voice of love inside myself. I give myself grace. Today I give myself grace. I give myself grace. You have been on this journey for a long time. You opened, you grounded, you became whole. You chose freedom, you found peace. And now something in you is healing. Not because the hard things are over, but because you have stopped fighting what you carry. You have turned toward it. You have listened. You have given it what it needed. This is what healing looks like. Not fixed, not finished, but moving. Alive in every layer, tender in every seam. You are healing. You have always been healing. This is not the ending of the story. This is the chapter where the body starts to breathe. This is the morning after the long winter, when something underneath begins to leave. Heal, just heal, let the layers come undone. Heal, just heal, the way the earth turns back toward the sun. You were never beyond this, you were never too far gone. Heal, just heal, and keep moving on. You have done the hardest part already. You have turned and faced what you were running from. And now the healing moves through you like water, finding every room that has been numb. Heal, just heal, let the layers come undone. Heal, just heal, the way the earth turns back toward the sun. You were never beyond this, you were never too far gone. Heal, just heal, and keep moving on. This is the truth beneath the wound. This is the ground beneath the scar. You were healing before you knew it. And healing is exactly what you are. Always healing. You were always healing. You have always been healing.